Now, the forecast with KOIN 6 Chief Meteorologist Bruce Sussman.
Well, a lot to talk about in our forecast for tomorrow, and let's start with the morning. And by the time we get to the morning commute, I think our threat of thunderstorms is done. More on what happens overnight in a minute. But tomorrow morning, morning clouds and cooler air in the 60s a lot of places. 72 and sunny at lunchtime sounds about perfect, right? Only 79 at 3 o'clock. And our high tomorrow, just 84. That's down quite a bit from the highs we had today. 92 in Portland. We had a lot of 90s east of the Cascades, but cooler air is moving in. And that cool air originated along the coast. I mean, it was in the 50s much of the day at Cannon Beach. At times, you couldn't even see Haystack Rock because of the drizzle and the drippy weather. And look at the cool air that's made it into Corvallis and Salem and all the way to Hood River. But Portland still kind of a warm island at 73 degrees right now. And tonight, by the way, we did have thunderstorms over the top of the marine layer. So over the cold Pacific waters and the cool air at the coast, formed just north of Lincoln City and cruised on offshore. Those are some of the thunderstorms on our 3D Doppler. And what's interesting is that tells us that we can have thunderstorms in the valley tonight, even though the cooler air and the temperatures are moving in. Now, most of the action so far has been east of the Cascades here in the heat and where there's terrain, so the blues and the Wallowas to help trigger some of those thunderstorms. But with moisture still moving up, we have a potential trigger moving in now. You can barely see the swirl right there. See that? And that's a little disturbance that's going to ride right on up around the Cascades and a little west overnight. And this may act like a trigger for overnight storms. We've been waiting on something like that because we've had some sprinkles around today. That was about it for most of us, right? Well, watch what happens overnight in our rain and cloud forecast. This is 11:30 right now. Not much going on. That mirrors exactly what's reality. Now, here we go. This is 1:30 in the morning. And those of you in the Central Valley may see some storms rolling off the Cascades that develop. And then here we go. This is 3 a.m. in the morning, passing through parts of the metro area, and then cruising up into southwest Washington by about 4 a.m. to Longview. And then after that, the whole thing lifts north up towards Olympia and Seattle. And in the morning, we wake up to just morning clouds at 7 a.m. And then after those clouds are gone, it's a beautiful but cooler day tomorrow. So our window for possible thunderstorms in the valley and the metro area is between about 1-ish and about 5-ish in the morning. That 4-hour window is what we'll listen for overnight. In the meantime, morning clouds and drizzle along the coast and areas of clearing. We've got 80s for those of you in the central and southern valley after the morning clouds clear. 80s and 90s, but just sunshine east of the mountains tomorrow. I think the thunder threat lifts way into Washington. 80s through the gorge and west wind will be breezy, and 74 and sunny on Mount Hood. Great day to visit Mount Hood or Mount St. Helens tomorrow. 61 for a morning low in Portland. We hit 84, and we've got areas of morning clouds around. Otherwise, it's just sunny and cooler as we go through the day. But that is a one-day standalone cool down. Then our warming trend starts again on Thursday. By Friday, we're back into the 90s. I think we hold 90 on Saturday, and Sunday, we're at 86 degrees. So after this kind of humid and muggy day with a lot of unusual-looking clouds, people were commenting on those all day.
Right.
Once we get through about 5 in the morning, all that stuff lifts north, and we're back to our usual weather.
You know, and everyone was complaining about the mugginess, and then you realize that folks in the Midwest and down in the South,
that's their whole
this is
summer.
every day.
Yeah, and actually, it's a lot worse.
It's a lot worse, yeah. Anyway.
They would think today felt great.
Yeah,
They would be happy to be here. That's
All
right.
right. Thank you, Bruce.